We're back.
Welcome back, guys.
Multiple issues have all been fixed. So
Yeah.
let us waste no time. So you introduced yourself to Sibel and Whisk. I think Sibel says, "You could be useful, but didn't you mention you've been running from Gemmer for the last week? Don't you think he'd be a bit off-put from the meeting?"
I mean, Gemma doesn't have to know Harold's even here, right? Like, you could just be, like, behind a corner or, outside the door, and then when things go down, you pop out and, blah! Gunshots, and then Gemma died, oh no! And then we continue from there.
Sounds like a plan.
I guess. Well, then in that case, I suppose it's good to have you on board with this, Harrow. Why was he after you, if I can ask? Harrow. I heard he didn't like Grigsby, but is that it?
Yeah, he didn't like me much either. I think he had some plans for the dockyard, but I got in the way. I used to be security over there. Made sure that everything ran how it should. But when Dremmer came into town, too many men. Couldn't hold our own.
That's usually how it goes. So that's what I'm worried about here. We're losing people. And while they're not at all idiots for running, puts us in a worse position. We need Mimi. And you know that she's coming. But of course she hasn't in the fiction you don't know what's going on with that. So yeah. Mimi, and she looks at you for a moment thinking and says, "She makes and grows the food around here, and that's all you need to know."
Sounds like a kind of person I'd kind of like to meet, actually. It's been a while since I've had anything to eat.
Yeah, she's kind of MIA.
So Sibel's just gives you a look. Really? You're just telling everyone?
Well, I mean, I can trust Harrow.
She actually gestures you both to come in into huddle range, basically.
Missing is better than dead. We can find a missing person.
Have you heard of a thing called panic, Whisk? Have you heard of what people will do when they're starving and realize things aren't going to get better? Because yes, they might think that Mimi, they think that Mimi's dead, which is fine, because they think we have a plan. But if they think Mimi was alive and that she was her plan and that she's missing, do you know what hundreds of hungry people look like when they realize they've been lied to?
Harrow's not a crowd.
Rumors are spread one person at a time. Harrow, don't tell anyone at this time about Mimi.
She'll be back in no time, don't worry.
Too right, miss. Yeah, I think he just nods and he's like, "This is not my problem, but I could use a steak."
Well, maybe a celebration steak after. We have some rationed food. I guess I have the Fleece Master's rations now, so I'll give you one of mine. If you are the one to put a bullet in his head.
Or 2 or 3, or a magazine or 2.
Where's this meeting going down? Where's Drummer going to be?
At the wood stove. You heard of that place?
Yeah, it's your place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Heard about it on the radio there.
It's kind of bare bones nowadays, but it's going nowhere but up. One way or another.
You're a bit of an optimist, aren't you, Whisk?
You kind of gotta be, don't you?
Most of the optimists I know are dead.
Oh. Most of the pessimists are too.
It's a fair point.
Awesome. Okay. So what else? Yeah, I think as you guys are talking, are you walking and talking, like showing the way to the wood stove?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
But talk of Mimi was obviously kind of on the hush. Generally speaking, just assume it's always on the hush.
I'll make sure. I'll probably check each time.
We keep it on the DL here on the rig.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Kim, today at your practice, your office has been empty. No one has come in that has been looking for treatment. Everyone's like, it's crowded outside because you're like right next to the gate.
Yeah.
So people are leaving, it's crowded outside, but that's it.
That's good.
Yeah. But you noticed a man in snow clothes like everyone else has just been looking in from the window for a few minutes.
Well, I think if it's that empty, Kim isn't actually inside.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's like looking up and down and trying to take stock of exactly who's leaving and what they're bringing with them.
Okay. You're outside and just like giving a bit of a head count to
Yeah.
mentally.
I don't know if anybody else has the time, but Kim isn't worried. Kim's got time.
Like, I'm near the door anyways. If things go
Let's see.
crap, I can
What's
leave.
going on? This is the most interesting thing in the rig.
You're not wrong. So the gate is basically open the whole time. You can see outside. The cloud is getting closer. It's a couple hours until like less than 3 hours until Drummer's warband arrives. Let me check if it's worth the situation. The situation might not be, because it's technically a charged situation, and this doesn't seem charged.
It's not charged?
So
orderly going out?
It's up to you if it is charged. It's between both of us. It just seems like you're more relaxedly head counting.
Yeah.
So if that's true, then I can just tell you what you see.
What's happening here? Because they're lining up and they're going to like wait for Drummer to get here?
No,
before they leave?
No, they're leaving. They're just leaving in groups.
Okay.
And so, they're like doing last minute preparation. Some of them are getting vehicles that they might have parked here forever ago. Looking over, none of them actually have any very few things of worth.
Okay.
Honestly. You have, if
it doesn't sound charged to
barely
me.
any barter, no food. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Barely any barter, no real food. They're just looking to go elsewhere to hopefully survive.
Sure.
So I think most of them
are dregs leaving.
Most of them are talking about Whitecap because they can it would be difficult, but they can likely make it to Whitecap without dying, even if they walk.
Okay. We lose you, Zen?
Sorry?
I think we lost Zen.
I didn't hear. Oh yeah, I don't see a video.
Yeah,
Zen?
that's okay.
So many tech problems. Okay, yeah, he's not in this scene. And yeah, you see the same thing that the other saw from above. You see a man cut through the crowd and walk inside. You saw him a while back. He was the only guy who entered the rig instead of left. And then there it goes. And then about half an hour after that, if you're outside, then he's further inside, just leaning against a table, leaning against like a house, arms crossed, just kind of looking at you.
Is this Harold?
He's dressed similarly to Hera, but he's not.
Oh, okay. So I can interact
Like,
with this
yeah.
person. Okay.
You can interact with this person, yeah.
I mouse my mouse cursor over and it starts glowing, and I click on this
Yeah.
stranger.
You change it to like a chat icon, like
Yeah.
okay.
Kim walks over and says, "Howdy, stranger."
Hello.
A lot of balls coming here today.
Lots is going on, and I'm interested in what happens.
Gonna loot the place?
Maybe.
There's not much left.
Yeah. No, I think that's. He says, yeah, that's more than a bit obvious. People here are scared. Why are you not?
It's not my home. Got nothing on the line here. I'll
Let's
help
go
them
to
as
the
long as I
warband.
can, but I got a way out.
He says, no, you're not. Okay. What's your name?
It's Kim.
I need a name for this guy. Names. What would this guy be? Yeah. Oh, that's too normal a name. I need a weird name. Ah, here we go. He says, call me, I think he says Ozair or Oz.
Alright, Ozzy.
Now, what do you do? What's that, like, building? I mean, there are windows you can see, like, it looks, Joyce, I'm sure, might be in there organizing stuff and maybe taking a stock of what exactly was stolen or something like that.
I'm an angel. At least I was.
Useful stuff.
They got need of an
empty.
angel still, I suppose. At least until Dremmer's.
Well, yeah, and everyone will need an angel soon, I'm sure.
Can I read a person?
All right. You're welcome to. He's actually he was about to say goodbye and leave to go somewhere else, but you're welcome to read him before then. You have one question you can ask.
What does he intend to do? I think that's on the list.
He intends. Yeah, he intends to walk around for a while about the rig and observe it. And that's it.
He just
Taking the
wants to
sights.
see. He came to watch.
That's what he intends to do.
I think Kim just laughs and you're a crazy motherfucker, but good luck.
He just walks away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. We got tourists.
Yeah, that's the thing about this type of situation. Now, Zen is not back. Are you back, Zen?
No,
he's
Zen's
not in
power
Discord
is
at all.
out.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Oh.
What do we want to do?
And both of Zen's characters are going to be at the meeting,
Yeah,
so we can't exactly have that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk with hair. Okay.
You do Discord voice on your.
Well, actually, that'd be a good idea. Yeah, just have Zen in here via voice, and also the.
I've had people do voice completely. I mean, game completely by phone before.
Yeah,
So,
my friend did. I think even yesterday. Very, very, very recently, my friend did that, and it was fine.
yeah, you just need to hire a dice proxy.
Yep. Yeah, mostly voice only stuff is fine. It's pretty low data. Oh, he's using. Okay, so not quite.
I think I'm like 15
That was
minutes.
not what he's done.
Yeah, we're
Well,
So we could
You
go for an
said-
early break.
well, you said that Trevor's due in like an hour or two.
A maximum of 3 hours. 3 hours or less is what I do. Like I'm just saying soon, but not minutes soon. Like later today soon.
I think I want to.
we could just roleplay in real time, and then Zen will have the power
Yeah.
by the time it's done.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
So
I
that's
take
the
another
thing.
sip.
That's the thing. That's the
I think
thing.
I want to move Betsy.
Oh, there is a thing that's happening. I have a thing for what's happening.
Okay.
So we can do that. We can move Betsy, but I think while you are out talking to this guy, he turns and walks away.
Sure.
And as you turn around to walk back to where you were, and actually you see a group of like 6 to 8 people, like let's say 8 people, with are inside, talking to Joyce. More of them are outside looking in interestedly. Joyce looks, let's say it's stressed. You're at a distance, so you don't know anything more.
Yeah, Kim goes in.
What do you do? Yeah.
I think
So
Kim
you
would've
like open the door's
went
already
in
open. I
as
think it's
quickly
just
as
ajar.
possible after noticing people going into the clinic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ajar. And you like hear mid sentence like, search the place. In like he was saying it in a questioning like tone, and then that was the last half of the sentence type of thing, like
Sure.
something along the lines of like, we have to search the place, and I'm sure you understand type of way. Like, for all we know, they could be hiding right under your nose without even realizing. Like, who knows what these plant things are capable of? They're all. You notice all of them they aren't holding any, but all of these people are. With various like pistols and occasional shotguns, which is probably the most any of them have. Some of them have like axes and knives, just various variety of weapons.
I think they can hear Kim walking heavily, like the click of
Yeah, and they know
ammunition
of you.
behind them.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
They-
you
they
can hear it
immediately
clicking
turn,
together. That's not like I'm loading my ammo, but I'm just laden
Okay.
with weaponry.
Clicking of like just it on your you
Yeah.
have your assault rifle, and it like the metal tang of it hitting against, I assume, their armor.
I got a Magnum, I got armor, I got tons of ammo. It's loud. When I
So
want
yeah,
it to be.
they you're basically wearing the apocalypse equivalent of full plate mail.
Right.
And they turn around and like almost at once, the person speaking steps like away from Joyce towards you and says, Kim, perfect. Just letting you know, we're not going to interrupt you if you have any patience. And there's no one on the beds. You have no patience except for no one is in here except for that is a patient. And so he's sort of just saying it to say it. He says, we're just going to search the place for plant things just to be safe.
No, you're not.
Now, yes, we are.
No.
Why not?
Got delicate equipment. Had supplies disappear earlier today.
Interesting. So, would
We
you
can
like to
get
help
out.
us search? And then, okay.
I've searched this place plenty of times. There's nowhere anyone could hide without my knowledge. And there's no plant people here. Just leave.
Okay. Why don't you roll hot just to use manipulate?
Okay.
I don't think you were blunt, but I don't think you were threatening with violence.
No.
So I think it's
Ooh, I miss. Shit.
I knew we should have divided our assets.
Yeah, I think that there's a moment of quiet and tense, and then there is the typical like sound of breaking glass from the drug lab, and you actually like it's just a single like a beaker shattering or something, and then you actually hear, I think Sugar like in a suppressed like instinctive was like shit, and then like the camera cuts to them and like Dogmeat is like holding her like bleeding arm or something where it broke on, and she and then we see her like cover her mouth suddenly. The entire group and like some of the people outside, like small gang worthy, like start like slowly reaching for their weapons, trying to like, and while they're doing that, the guy who was speaking with you, I'm not going to give him a name because he's probably about to die.
Yeah.
Says, what was that? Some of them are like slowly inching towards the door. Now, they're not next to it, but
Sure.
yeah.
Comes like,
Right.
alright, there's some things in here I don't want you to see. But you're not going to be searching my lab.
You in league with them? He just jumps right to that.
I think Kim pulls out his assault rifle and he says, I have killed more plant people than you have even heard rumored.
And I don't really believe anything you say right now. And I think he has his weapon drawn. Like most of them have their weapons drawn now. That's usually theirs. They do
Sure.
theirs. There are some people in front of you, some people behind you. Nurse Joy has ducked under Nurse Joyce has just ducked under her like desk completely, and it's just like huddling there. Like, nope, just don't want to be a part of this. Please forget I exist.
You don't have to believe it, but you have to not want to die. I think it's time for you to leave.
And if it was a shotgun, you would cock it at that point.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we'll go on aggro. Let's see if they want to risk it.
Wow.
Wow,
Okay, guys.
indeed.
Well, I mean, at least we got all the sixes out of the way before Drummer got here, right?
Or just we're just like preparing things for him. Yeah. So 6-. Even on the 6-, that could be Oh,
A fail's a fail.
yeah. Fail's a fail. You're literally surrounded by a gang of armed thugs, basically. So, I think, yeah. I think you get hit in the back of the head with a shovel.
Okay.
And the harm move will decide if you get knocked out, but they are going to, they attack you, and one of them, like, some of the people that were outside behind you, one of them, like, sort of either snuck in or just lunged in and hit you on the back of the head with it.
Okay.
Now, let's check what that is.
How much harm do I take?
Crowbar is 2 harm. This is similar to that. So you take 2 harm.
Are they a gang?
They're not acting as a gang for this one.
All right.
This is just one guy. And then, yeah, if you start fighting, then yeah, they will be acting as a gang. Now,
So I'm gonna lower that to 0 because of my armor, right?
yes, and I have a question.
Sure.
Whisk, are your guards still there? Because Gams hasn't shown up, and they might be needed elsewhere.
I think. Nah, they probably left. Yeah, I don't think they would be. So
Sure.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. So I take a
so
9.
harsh.
Oh, it
So
really
don't get
hates me.
knocked out. If it was a 10, you would have been knocked out.
Yeah.
But you don't. Harm moves. Where is it? Battle moves? Yeah, battle moves. Top of battle moves. Nope, not top of battle moves.
It's on page 158.
I always forget where you put the exchange charm. Basic moves, peripheral moves. Peripheral moves. Found it. You lose your footing, you lose your grip on whatever you're holding, you lose track of something. Okay. I think that you lose grip on whatever you're holding,
Sure.
which is your assault rifle. So it goes clattering to the ground. And then I think the gang charges forward, in a rush. They're not trying, they aren't trying explicitly to kill you. So I don't think they'd hit you anymore. They charge forward, and try to, like, hold you down, basically. Like, 10 of them or something try to like 6 of them try to dogpile you effectively.
Right.
While ones that were close to the door start rushing through the door and trying, it's locked, I assume.
Yeah.
So they start trying to break it down. In fact, they probably, like, grab the guy with the shovel and a couple other guys start smashing the window in, because that's probably easier. Or just shoot the window.
Okay.
That's what's happening. So it's all suddenly a rush. What do you do?
Well, Kim's not going to let anybody pin him to the ground. So I think Kim's, like, fighting them off. Just with his bare hands right now, because it hasn't become deadly yet. And really, I don't think I'm worried about Dogmeat and Sugar, considering they have assault rifles as well.
They do. Mm-hmm.
So I think Kim's just trying to stay upright right now.
Alright, so you want to roll to seize by force, and this is seizing control of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's roll that. Okay, I succeed partially.
Alright. You choose one.
Where's that? I guess I have to choose to keep
Top
control, right?
If you want to, you can choose to take definite and undeniable control of it, if that's what you choose. With bare hands, you won't deal any harm to a gang at all. And you will take their harm of 2, 1 because bare hands, and 2 because they're a gang.
Where is seize control?
Seize by force is the second one, technically, of battle moves. So
you put in battle moves. Okay.
Yes, it is in battle moves now.
Yeah, I'll just take control. Take definite and undeniable control.
Okay, so you take 2 harm, reduce to your armor, so let's make the harm move again.
Oh, okay. I take harm
Yes,
again.
but you do fight your way through. Yeah, 1 harm because they're also using bare hands.
Alright.
+1 because they're a gang, and then -2.
Okay,
'cause-
I'm fine.
Okay, nothing of that happens. Yep. Excellent. So you do that. You break your way free of them. They're kind of like circling around you, but they don't know what you're gonna do. I think you didn't seize control of your assault rifle, so I think one of them like kicked it away in the corner. They don't want it
Sure.
to be deadly at this point either, so it's just sitting like in the corner behind some of them. And some of them are encircling you. And I think this guy, there is a loud, of course it's loud, gunshot as the pane of glass shatters that leads to the shrub lab. What do you do? They're about to like hop in there, and then one way or another, stuff's going to go down. They do have assault rifles. They just
I think him just picks up, pulls out his magnum, and he says, "It's your last chance. Don't go in there."
All right. So before you were talking about force. Now I think the situation's changed because fighting. There's a pause in the fighting.
Once you guys see what's in
I'm
that
not
room,
sure if the situation.
I have to kill
I don't
all
think
of
the
you.
situation's changed enough. You haven't chosen to impress, dismay, or frighten your enemies,
Right.
which I think if you did, you could make that roll again.
Sure.
I don't think you can. So I think they like some of them like look to the guy who was speaking to you, and after a moment he just says, "Get him." And now I assume we hear multiple gunshots from outside. We don't know what happens quite yet. Whisk and when he's back, Harrow, everyone basically hears this. Like the room is it's a dense, small place, so everyone can hear gunshots start happening. Yeah. Whisk, what do you do? I assume you're with Harrow. Maybe they just led him to the wood stove. Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably
Yes.
say a fuck word and then. and,
Grandmother's here early, boys.
yeah, no. Yeah, I think I'll probably, minding my, stitches and whatnot, stay out of it.
Okay. So, are you going to watch, or you just ignore that? I don't want to.
I'm gonna stay away from it because I figure that's my best chance of not getting shot again.
That's smart. Very smart. Okay.
There'll be plenty of time to get shot a little bit later.
Yeah. Let's go for a break now. As we see that, we'll come back later. Hopefully, we'll have Zen back because Astra, who we haven't seen really much of, might suddenly show up and be like, "You want plant people? Bring it!"
Right.
Uh-huh.
All right, we'll be back. I guess we'll just wait for hopefully Zen to come back, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We can't continue the whole session without him, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah, we can't have both
He's
of
now
our
half
violence.
the characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of the violent ones too.
Yep.